Welcome to Small Joe Saturday here in the Bacon Bunker. I'm your host, Big Bacon, and this is Big Bacon's Collection. Today we're going to be looking at the Walmart exclusive retro carded Cobra Commander. Now, the first couple waves of this line was basically nothing more than repaints, repacks with a vintage inspired card. I know when a lot of people heard retro line, they assumed, oh, it's going to be O-rings. Well, they were wrong. Initially. Eventually, Hasbro, of course, shifted that way and has lost the attention of a lot of us who started collecting the modern style. But I digress. I actually managed to pick this up at, you guessed it, a Walmart. I know, it's miraculous. So we're going to look at the package real quick. We're going to bust him out. Take a look at his accessories. Take a look at him. Check his articulation. Gear him up and get him on the shelf. So as I said, retro style card. The card art on these is amazing. Has an older looking Hasbro emblem. Got the digital explosion, or the explosive graphic in the background there. Cobra the enemy, G.I. Joe. Not a real American hero. Cobra Commander. And then we're going to flip it over and you're going to see where Hasbro lost a bunch of us. Used to be a huge cross sale up here. Meaning all these pictures. All across the top of everybody who was coming. And then you had a little file card down here. Now this file card is much larger than the originals, but it says a hell of a lot less than the original. And do you know why? Because the cheap bastards at Hasbro decided that instead of printing a card back for different regions, that they were going to do one card back that they could sell in many locations. So instead of having a full biography, we now have 4 facts and 2 sentences. No, this is, 2 sentences. That's it. It's in 5 languages. But I don't think anybody, okay, and no, that's generalizing. I don't think there are many Americans who care what the French, Spanish, German, and whatever the other one is. We don't care. Just like we don't think people in Spain care what the English, the French, the German have to say. We want the full card. And then now a third of the card is nothing but stupid script. We've gotten to the point in our culture, in our society, where we have to put warning labels on everything. And because this is done in 5 languages, it's now a third of the card back. Okay, to be fair, I guess this part over here is the 85 different mailing addresses for each of those 5 language-speaking areas. My God, people. Yeah, over here. Warning, small parts. That is the only English in this entire block. English. Parents. Parents what? Y'all are stupid. Anyways, looking at the figure, this is nothing more than a repackage of the 25th anniversary line figure that was reused a couple of other times throughout the series. Comes with his little blaster and a dagger. So, without further ado, let's make men on card collectors cry. Because that's what we do here in the bunker. We melt snowflakes. Oh, is this? That wasn't enough. More stupid script. Jeez, people. So here he is in the plastic prison. So let's get his stuff out of here, shall we? So the pistol's just tabbed in there. The dagger is completely engulfed in a piece of tape that is 10 times its size. Sorry for the upcoming noise. I hate it as much as you do, but it is what it is. Actually, that wasn't too bad. I take that back. Ooh, it seems there might be some retooling on this. Something's different. Right off the bat, I realize something's different. And it has negatively affected my ability to get him on a stand. I love the fact that they went and did something new, but... Okay, so... Here he is. Whee! So, he comes with this helmet. As you can see, mine is all chewed up. When they mold these, they mold a bunch of them at the same time, and there's usually a sprue, a tree, where the plastic goes through the grooves to each mold point. And then they're supposed to be cut off. It looks like mine was cut badly. Got the white stripe, which is not on center. Yeah, see, this was in mold position too. He has his traditional blaster. Not a gun, but very nice. I never had a single Cobra Commander as a child. Fun fact. The dagger is small. It's cheap, but, you know, at least it's painted. So I will get points for that. Yeah, I didn't get my first Cobra Commander till the 25th anniversary line back in 2007. Actually, I take that back because I didn't start collecting any of the line till 2010. So, the head itself is just cast in this metallic silver color. The helmet fits on snugly enough that it's not just going to fall off on you. The 25th anniversary had an issue with that. He's got his double-breasted blue jacket, red Cobra emblem tampoed on there. See, I got another sprue point, another injection cut that wasn't clean. Long sleeve shirt, cuffs, black gloves. He's got a double black belt, one around the waist and one a little bit lower around the hips. Got some red paint here on this buckle, but it's not quite even. On the back, we've got this strange apparatus piece, which we'll get to in a bit. The belt does continue around. Pocket flaps on the back. He's got a sheath attached onto his left leg. A little bit of paint artifact on the leg. Give him red striping, but because he's pinned on the bottom, he's pinned on the bottom, but not on the top. I don't get that, but okay. As you can see, paint is not perfect on this stripe. It doesn't even run along the seam they've got molded on there. It just is. Blue pins clearly visible to the one red line. Not two, one. That's just weird. Come down here to a pair of black boots. Or, I'm sorry, black shoes. So articulation-wise, the head is just on a ball joint, so it looks up that far, looks down that far. You got a little bit of tilt in there, and rotation. Arm hinges up well above 90. There's no butterfly joint, does rotate all the way around. Single jointed pinless elbow, comes up to 90. Rotates at the elbow. hand rotates and is not hinged. Just verifying on the other side. Yep, not hinged. Look at that. They've actually cut this so that it can only bend the one way. So there's not that confusion of which way is the front. I appreciate that. The waist has what would normally be a torso cut, but it's a little low on this figure to fit the mold of the jacket. Allows you to lean back that far, forward that far. No real tilt, but great rotation. Legs are on a classic T-hook. Kick forward that far, kick out that far, kick back that far. Double jointed knee comes all the way up. Foot hinges back. Okay, that peg seems a little weak, so how about over here? Okay, neither one of these hinges want to work, but they give this figure a front-facing rocker. Like I said, that's something I'm not used to seeing on a 4-inch figure. And because of its existence, it makes lining up the peg holes without the foot rolling a whole lot more difficult. Very tight peg holes too, by the way. So let's get him geared up. The dagger just goes right into the sheath. In theory, at least. But doesn't want to go all the way in. Oh, there we go. All the way in. And then back here, this funky little thing on the back will actually peg in his weapon. So there you have it. The G.I. Joe Retro card back, Cobra Commander. Yeah, because of the way his foot fits, or those ankles are, trying to get him to stand dual pegged is a bit of an issue. So I might just bring this foot back and have him single peg it. There we go. So, without any further ado, what do you say we get him up on the shelf? Once again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all next time.